105. Good, good, good. Welcome to Justin's House of Games, and we're back with more Ace Attorney. And day 3 of case number 4, turnabout goodbyes. So let's get on to it. December 27th to 2:11 p.m. Wright and Company Law Offices. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it, not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he'd never take someone's life, never. Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing? Why, hello there, Larry. What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles in Hermia. Swooning in me? Oh yes, I do remember feeling faint. Why not? Tell me the truth. It was like the first sight, right? No. Right? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Today's trial. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I missed a guy sitting in the audience, you know. But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick, I don't know. But what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Of course, Maya. No, he means me, right? Yeah, you, Larry. But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when you wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. They saved me, Miles. And Larry, they saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Oh, sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear the story today and that's final. Okay, I'll tell you. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial, a class trial. A class trial? Yep. You remember, Larry, spring, end of a 3rd grade? Kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Huh, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you forget though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So they thought you did it? Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put in trial. Trial? So the next day we held a classroom trial with me as a defendant. I didn't do it. Guilty, he did it. Guilty. Oh, you give the money back. You're such a meanie. You can't have the truth. Tell us the truth. We're not gonna play with you anymore. Yeah. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. Objection. He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Miles? It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make us... Why don't you all shut up? This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will place the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. Well, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned that what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well... I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I had been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, you see. If something smells, it's usually the butts. After the trial... Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked at the class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The Deal 6 incident. Yep, the Deal 6 incident. Right, I'm not so sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts." The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened to me? That's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided... Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me and I believe in him. He's in pain and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So, is that why you'd help me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Nick, we have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right, though it may very well be. First there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. Let's settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Okay, so... let's see... First, let's go to the detention center. Hey, Edgeworth, Mr. Gloomy Pants. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Wow, that's... Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh, alright, yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me, anyways. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know that trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney? He doesn't look like he cares. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You haven't changed a bit, have you? It's so simple to a fault, even. Oh, maybe, yeah, but I think you've changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyways? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, right, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter any way you look at it. Yet he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in the elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence, innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. Prosecutor Von Karma. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. Except he is a perfectionist in all things. In court and his personal life. He is obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. Hey, thanks for the look, Abigail. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. That one suspect was declared innocent ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, that's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth, If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right. Now's no time to praise the enemy, Miss Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. Okay, so let's check out that boat rental shop. Hey pal, long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, huh? Yes it was. I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Well, stop snapping your tie in half. Oh, sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may, it's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing. Welcome back, Gumshoe. No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotto was camping. The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Okay. Oh, the steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. Here's the rental shop. That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Ahem. I know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Grossberg. What brings you over here? Hello. What might you be doing here? Same could be said for you. What are you doing here? Out for a walk, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg. This is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. Well, that is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Let's go into the shack. Nobody's home except that parrot. Hello, hello, squawk. Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello, Squat. I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. And there was... Let's see... Okay, so let's see, examine. That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228, squat. Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. But hey... You keep it locked, right? So it must be something of value in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Oh boy. There's no name or signature on this thing. Hence handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out into the lake, getting on the boat, fighting him twice. That's exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond, he called out Edgeworth. He was following instructions. But from who? But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Court record. Okay, see, move. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge on me? Who's that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man, not at all. So he's following this letter then. Which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond. It also says this is your last chance. Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi, could he be Yogi? Yogi? The suspect in the DL6 incident, the one who was found innocent. Interesting. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in the elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said, quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help, get us out. Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen. So he was panicking. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent. But isn't that strange? The Slaughter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right? Yeah. There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed. A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. Okay, well, it was a nightmare. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the dirt. Help, I can't breathe. Damn, I can stay near. I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. What are you? Stop breathing my air. No, Father. He's attacking Father. And I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away. Get away from my father. And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it, Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. Yes, it is. What are we gonna do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe. There is, Nick. There is someone else who knows about the DL6. Maya, right? Or not. Mr. Ghostberg. Hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding. I can't believe you're not. My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened, It's Mr. Edgeworth. He... I see. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. It's only a dream. Only a dream. Huh. I wonder... What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, Well, also consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep, he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream, it was real. As you imagined, Miles Edgeworth drew the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired and the deed was done. No, I don't believe it. Yogi was suspected of murder and his career as bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. Gregory Edgeworth, what do you know about the Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. That sounds trite, but true. Well, he might have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey. My sister. Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Kammer's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Kammer is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And he lost. And died in despair, as it were. Let's see. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet Yogi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right, everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. Oh, so this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. His own sake? He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got this client found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. Huh? You'll understand soon enough. Wait. What is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? Manfred von Kammer. Von Kammer. Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Kammer's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time in court reports. What? But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was... correct, Manfred von Karma himself. What does this mean then? Why would von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? That's a very good question, Felix. If it truly was von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no. But how could von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. That I do not know. Yet I do know that von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court and von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. Let's see, Gregory versus Manfred. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence? It was the only penalty von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Ooh, so he didn't have a very perfect record, and that bothered him. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. Really, he doesn't take vacations? Like go to the sea or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd, if he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is going to bring up deal 6, you can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to deal 6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know? I know that. I just believe Edgeworth's innocent. Can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files may hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials, Okay. So let's, one day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. December 27th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again. Well, now I can't have just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Kammer is in there now anyways. Is he now? You can go in as long as he's there. That's not good. Yes, he just arrived actually. Von Kammer's in the room, probably trying to destroy evidence. Nick, let's hurry. Dusty as always. We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Kammer. Oh, one of the drawers he was open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. The label says unsolved cases. Evidence. Unsolved cases. Nick, the file for DL6 is completely empty. What? What are you doing in here? Why, hello there. Von Kammer. You. Me. How did you know my name? Well, have we met? What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? From Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team? Ahem, I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They're like bugs to me, needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. And you have a crazy look to your eyes. Mr. Edgeworth is a student, right? A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second-rate. Mr. Von Kammer, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me a grudge against the mere defense attorney? Why? Don't play coy with me, because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. So you did, but what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth would tell the court tomorrow. We were right. So Von Kammerer is going to bring up Deal 6 in court tomorrow. Does this look familiar to you? Mr. Von Kammerer, have a look at this. Does this look familiar? This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder? Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. Ah, so you're confessing. So you admit it. You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter. Yes, my dear defense attorney, and I thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle. What? Nick, what is that thing? A stun gun for self-defense, usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000? Oh, don't worry, people don't die from it, usually. Now give me the letter. Nope, sorry, no can do. No. Whoa, what are you? Nick 1. Ah. You did not just tase Maya. Maya. Out of my way. Wah. He got us. The letter's gone, of course. And he took the Deal 6 evidence, all of it. Back to having no clues. Wait. Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya. Maya, open your eyes. The letter, did he take it? Yes, he took it. Oh yeah, are you okay? I couldn't stop him, but hey, don't worry, you tried. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. No, you're not, Maya. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now when we need her the most. Wish I hadn't woken up at all. Maya. There has to be some way I can help her. I'd better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya, she's holding something. What is that? A bullet? Deal 6 incident evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Kammerer was holding this when Maya jumped him. Deal 6 bullet stashed in a pocket. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. And to be continued. Save progress, yep. The final day of the turnabout goodbyes. December 28th, 9:51 a.m. Lobby number 2. This is it, Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. Wow. What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyway, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Hey, Edgeworth. As well as glum as always. I hope on camera doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should just go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. Try to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, pal. What's done that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear, as promised, I've captured a runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. December 28th, 10 o'clock in the morning. District Court, courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. You awake over there? The prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit defensive decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Kammer, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. Why I left court. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. Oh, are you? But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony stands as is. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi, you're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. See, I'm really sorry about this. It's like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, you see. I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, seems like it. And how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness, please continue. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. You can't hold a grudge, it's impossible. It's gonna be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. But both of those statements are lies. Order. Order. Mr. Wright, there's a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself, so who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name. Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi, that name sounds familiar. Oh, Yanni Yogi from the Deal 6 incident. It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case, but what does this mean? It means, Your Honor, this man is Mr. Yogi. He has a clear motive. Of course you do. Disc. Jump into conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? As a court of law, as you may recall, you need proof. You don't say. Allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. Allow me to introduce his parent. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay, it's actually quite simple, Your Honor. Please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see, that makes sense. This. What is it, Fat Come out? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprints. Oh, what a convenience for you. What? What? No fingerprints? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with this stuff, but yep. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burn your fingerprints after hide your past? Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I will not be able to prove his identity. Don't you have DNA or something? Dental records? No, test. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided. No, not at all, Von Karma. Beethoven wannabe. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There was no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. What do I do? Perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parent for a little comic relief, huh? Hey, thanks for the idea, Von Karma. Thanks for the assist. Yes, exactly. You want it? The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma up on my proposal? Yes, it was your idea. Remember that? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Order. What do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. I object to your objection. Wait, so you're the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma? Yes, it was your idea. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with the little game? Yes, I'm doing it. Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Are you sure about that? Von Campus rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. That's quite a mirror. Yep. Please tell us your name. Name. The witness is ignoring me. It's the bird. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. Hello, squat. Okay. Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Yep, it's very riveting. Very well, beginning cross-examination. Right. What are we going to do? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Let's see. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Have you forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago... Polly, have you forgotten something? Squat. Don't forget DL6. Squat. If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6. And Polly, have we forgotten something? No, Squat. That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something, we forgot. Oh, it's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait, don't tell me Von Kammer expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when asked if we've forgotten anything? But how could he have known? Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. Ta-da. Let's see. Papa. What's your name? Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly. Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot's named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Of course it does. Yes, it does. Ah, fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name or proof of owner's identity? Let's show us this proof. Nick, don't you think we were taking this bluff a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that this parent name reveals the caretaker's identity is... the DL6 case file. That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on then? Show us to stop wasting our time. Very well, Mr. Wright, please show us this page. Where in this file is the information connected to this parent's name? It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly. Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see, I guess that is possible. But mere coincidence, that's all. Oh, she basically mere coincidence. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. What are you trying to say, Karma? What are you trying to say? Well, Mr. Phoenix, right, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? Well, if they happen, maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Maybe she's only 7 years old. Okay, never mind. Indeed. Alone is a little weak for evidence in the murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more, if we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what? Very well, witness, you may continue. Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. What's the safe number? Huh, that's safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Probably what was the number of safe for the shack? 1228. 1228. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming this number has something to do with caretaker. Actually, it does. That's why I had to say it. Huh, ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. Oh, I'll do that. Eat it, one, Karma. Mr. Wright, where in this file is something related to the safe? It's on the case summary page. The case summary, specifically the date on which the Deal 6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Ah, he used the date of the Deal 6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see it certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. But there's not tangible proof. I set my ATM's cards number to 0 because I'm number 1. Well, thank you for telling us your bank account number, Grand Karma. This has nothing to do with the date, nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True that that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Witness, tell us your name. Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. I've accomplished what I've wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. Yes, he does. This is a real yogi, I think, finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order. Yanni Yogi. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond? I tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death. Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. He won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail, with a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Well, make yourself at liberty, because we need to know why. You were a kid at the time. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I'll admit I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. On camera, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent, in this case at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are clear of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Kemmer saying anything? Very well. The court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Hey. That is all. This court is adjourned. Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Kermer. Wait, but that means no. Edgeworth. Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I am not innocent at all. Miles, what are you doing? What are you doing, Miles? What are you doing? What are you doing? As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell him he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell me he killed his own dad. Uh-oh, what do I do? Objective Edgeworth. I'll be there, yep. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. Nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. What are you doing, Miles? Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I'm guilty for deal 6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Order, order. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. Crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. Not really sure how I should deal with this. Bah. It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We tried this man for the crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. December 28th, 2:24 p.m. Lobby number 2. I'm sorry, right? I've just wasted all of your effort. Yes, yes, you have. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. You were kidding. You were trying to save your dad. Gun went off. You didn't do it on purpose. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. Yes and no. This is crazy, just crazy. Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record one more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case for what? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Ross Edgeworth is innocent. Again. Because he thinks he did it. Things probably happen so fast, he probably thinks he did it. It's just a dream, it's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight has just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent, trust me, right? Courtroom number 3. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Von camera, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please. That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell on my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream? We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. But that same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. The Deal 6 incident. That day I'd gone to the courtroom to observe my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Then something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and a scream. See. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream, and everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor, unfortunately you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? Yes, and I hope to smack you with it too. Don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Miles Edgeworth's testimony? Victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot. Yet the murder weapon was fired twice. First shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with this case? Yes. Impossible. No, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. You have evidence that the second fire on the pistol is related to this incident. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired where? Your Honor, please get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from that pistol, yet there's also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. Order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went to Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot was fired ran out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. Objection, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary is on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter, the whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made the bullet hole in the door. Order, I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Kammer says, the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. Don't give me that smug look, Van Karma. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, what? It looks like I was wrong. Nick. If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No. But you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention? Yes, I did. Oh no, he's accepted the guilt. Very well, the statute of limitations of the murder runs out today, therefore I must pronounce the verdict on the defendant right here. Right now, indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I have an objection. Yes, I object. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet existed. What? Well, we've just heard proof that did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer, of course. The murderer didn't tell us just who this murderer. I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. The person needed for the murder to search for the bullet. The murderer didn't need it. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for the stray bullet? What's wrong, Mr. Wright? I am, The murderer had no reason to take the bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. Yep. I had to take it. You didn't have a choice. What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But the murderer had to take the bullet. Had to, Mr. Bullet? What do you mean? It means it went into the murderer. For instance, what? Maybe the bullet hit the murderer. The bullet hit the murderer. Saying, for instance, I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't it? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murder, the murderer themselves was shot. And they're left with the second bullet still inside them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes, I guess that's how it worked, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from the elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness, and the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it. Deny it. No one involved in the incident was wounded. How'd you know? There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. I swear I can't think of anyone. Hey Nick. Huh. I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for that man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the Deal 6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Oh, should I come out and say it now? Your Honor, there was a suspect, one lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? Vaughn? My hands are shaking. What? Von Karma. Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor, the one standing right over there? That Von Karma. You don't object? I see no need. My honor, this ridiculous outburst with my objection. Because you took a vacation for several months down to one the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? Seriously claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife? Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me, have him testify. Nick, let's find out who this doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect, he wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Yet nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull out bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? The bullet has to be somewhere, but where? Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that was shot? Of course, I can. I'll prove it. And I'll use evidence. I know how you like it so much. Well, what? The evidence proof for shot is... Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... Yep, I do. There is a possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma as we speak. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out, and it's with this metal detector. We can use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. Ooh, you're getting nervous, huh? I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you? Order, order. Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use this metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you said we had to end it right here, right now. enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does it mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. It reacted something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma. You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Sorry, Mr. Von Karma, because eat this. What? Because you dropped something the other day. You were close, one day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. That's a bullet. Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. Yep. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then if the markings matched, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Getting nervous, huh, Von Karma? You will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma, what say you? Well then. That scream. I heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Get away! Ah. It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma? Only you would dare to defy me. So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death, death. "15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry. Von Karma's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth. With a shock like none had ever known. Me penalized? It took hours for me to gain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then the lights came back on, the elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, the pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge? What? What are you doing? Do your job, bring an end to this miserable charade. Now end it. Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, Not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. 5:38 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2. Nick, we did it. Did you see his face? Front camera looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right? Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, right? You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. I'm sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. He's got you there. Whoop. Amazing, pal. You pulled it through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Ahem. Whoop. I feel foolish. Don't worry, take a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all. Lada. Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats. Thank you all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, huh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lolana? Who, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. What? Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. What you do this time, Larry? It's Kianza. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should've seen that coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. A little gift from me in celebration. Celebration, that's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you come along too, Tweet. My treat, pal. Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. He says, Tweet, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right? Yeah, what's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's strange. People give money to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly. No. I mean, Nick, wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? 38? No. No, it was you? What are you surprised? Right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyways. And he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I was never good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying that you did. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. You might not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells like, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, right? I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, you sure is an unexpected turn of events, huh? Edgeworth? You should have told me. Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think that the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Where does that leave me? I've become a defense attorney because of what you two did? Well, you've always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, you get worked up too easily, too. The death sentence for both of you. Man, if I only known I'd become a prosecutor. Same goes for me, only the other way around. The longest time I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might have been maybe a criminal. I became a prosecutor and prepared to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth, want to switch, right? Hey, I'll line up. I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go. And after that, dinner on me. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. He celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom. Even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. September 29th, 5:02 a.m. Company law officers. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5. Maybe we should go back to sleep. What's this letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye? What time is it? God, the first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station. I guess I'm too late. Hey, Nick, Maya, So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Wait. What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Ghostberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped on camera, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Da-da-da. A bullet? Von Kammer was convinced he had taken all of the evidence pertaining to Deal 6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Kammer. And you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. Oh, I don't know about that. So this is it. See you soon, Maya. Thanks, Nick. So my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins with the same old crazy cast of characters. I don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Hey pal, Mr. Edgeworth came down to the precinct to wish me a happy new year. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Kinda like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Huh, Nick, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working at a cheese shop. That Missy's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap date. Oh, she's in Hawaii right now, yeah. Payne who, right? Yeah, I remember him. He's been busy lately, you know, not to ring my own bell, but I sort of tell him everything he knows. I'm sure he's grateful. Phoenix, right? Ah, the defense attorney for whom I wrote that affidavit for. Yes, well, you should know I've taken over management of the Gateway Hotel recently. So he's now the manager at the Gatewater Hotel. Ahem. Yeah, it's you. Phoenix, right? Ah, yes. Mia's understudy, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. But you see... Okay, so someone's looking for Phoenix. Phoenix, right? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be a star with a name like Phoenix. Oh, Wendy, Wendy, Wendy. I'm pleased to announce that Pink Princess is a hit. I sure owe that Mr. White a great deal. Well, I'm keeping my face out of the public eye until the show is over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kids' dreams, you know. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I wanted to visit, but didn't have time, so I sent her some Pink Princess train cards. She says she can't buy them where she lives. Right, who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk. Pink Princess, alright. But you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her, the one inside the Pink Princess suit. What a dog. I was kind of shocked for a boy of my tender age. Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Huh, me? I'm in training to become a paranormal photographer, you know. The picture I took of everyone, well, just behind them, there's a ghost. For real, now that's talent. I'm gonna be famous. She got a picture of Mia. And there's the picture. A brand new episode has been added. And we shall do that next time. Let's see who we can read out to. Let's see, I think I found someone who we can read out to. They're playing this game as well. So, let's go pay them a visit. Okay. Tomorrow is a Assassin's Creed Odyssey, so I hope to see you then. Then we're going to be raiding the Pulse on Impulse. They're playing Ace Attorney Trilogy. So let's go pay him a visit. Just waiting for the raid.